Monday during a Georgia football season, which means we're going to start that over. Monday during a Georgia football season, which means I got a film study coming for you.
We just stepped on their face with a hobtail boot and broke their nose. We just crushed their face.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is indeed a Monday during a Georgia football season, which means, of course, I've got a film study coming for you. I also got a brand new intro for you. I know, look, our intro here on this channel for my shows has been one of the more, controversial things we've ever done in terms of content. For those of you that hated it and never said a word, you're the real ones. For those of you that loved it, you get me. For those of you that hated it and constantly complained about it and stuck around, I still like you. For those of you that disappeared and just went off into the vortex because that was a little bit too much for you, boy, is 40 minutes worth of content of me going to be way too much for you anyways. Appreciate you for being here today. We got a great film study for you. Obviously, everybody wanted to know, hey, what was going on with Georgia? How do they get in, drugged into the deep water midway through the fourth quarter? I mean, 10-point lead in the fourth quarter for Missouri. Obviously, Georgia comes back, wins that game by 4. So surviving the adversity, all that good stuff, that's not what we're here for today. Mondays are typically Mistake Mondays for us here on this channel. Tuesday is All 20 Tuesday over on Patreon. Only for those guys and gals, if that's something that you like today, you're really going to love tomorrow over there on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. But today is Mistake Monday. I tweeted about it today. This first half that we're going to watch, most importantly, they got off to a horrendously slow start, mostly because of turnovers and a drop by Ladd. So the first 3 or 4 possessions, just horrendous turnovers, bad drops, bad decision-making. They compounded that throughout the first half with some critical mistakes in the red zone as well. And just the way that the first half shook out, you didn't get a lot of cracks at it. Tweeted about it today. You didn't do anything to get Brock Bowers an easy yards after the catch touch until midway through the second quarter. Not really ideal. Not really what this offense does. Didn't really do anything to get Darnell out in space blocking. Did a whole lot of it in the second half, and things worked. Didn't really do any type of Kenny McIntosh swing screen. Things that we've seen them do over and over and over again. Why, you may ask? I don't have any theories for you. I know they ran the ball 9 times and threw it 24 times in the first half. That's not a traditional split for this football team. There's a lot that went wrong to impact that, most notably the turnovers. So, Mistake Monday, let's get it cleaned up. But if you stick around long enough, you'll see the adjustments they made. I thought that's the most important thing about this football team. Okay, they're tremendously talented. We know that. But when Kirby Smart tells you this is his best coaching staff ever, we're showing you stuff on tape of them making these coaching adjustments midway through the football game. And that's really, really valuable, right? That should put you at a sense of ease leaving this football game. They came out and punched you in the mouth. You didn't really have an answer for it. You were stagnant as an offense. And in the second half, you figured out all of those issues and had really, really successful drives and put points on the board while getting the stops when you needed to. That's a well-coached football team. That's a football team that survived the current model where they have to survive. Without further ado, let's shut up and let's grind some daggum tape. I'm excited to be here with you guys for today's film study. Again, if you like anything we do, head over to patreon.com/Brooks Austin. I also want to give a shout out to the Graham Code. TheGrahamCode.com, promo code Brooks25 will get you 25% off on all of your latest and greatest Delta 8 and CBD products. Whew, got it all in there. All right, let's grind the tape. Sometimes I forget that. I mean, you guys know I've been hitting the head quite a many times in my day, and sometimes I just be forgetting the sponsor. It's not my fault. Y'all don't forget the sponsor. That's the key, okay? Y'all pick up where I leave off. Sometimes I'll leave off that sponsor. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad news bears. All right, let's talk about it. Here we go. First play that we're going to look at today, the second play of the football game. It's actually a run play. And, I don't really know what's going on here. This is the crux of the issue. And, guys, I know there was a lot to be said about how this offensive line blocked in the first half, but when you only get 9 cracks at it, sometimes it just takes one miss. This is the miss. I don't know what's going on with this combination block. If it were me, I know that this is the mic, so I know that we both got to get really, really vertical through this nose tackle. Xavier Truss gets way outside, just gives his right guard or his center right here a hand and kind of leaves Cedric Van Pran out to dry. Now, is that something they talked about all week? Did they talk about in this game plan, hey, we're going to full scoop the shade, You got no help, Cedric. If that's the case, what I mean by that, okay? Are we full scooping the shade technique? Is the center by himself? I would say no, because these two guys are working the space. So 73, Bubba, you got time. Deliver the block. Again, is this, oh, we should have been gap scheme today. We should have been counter scheme today. No, this is a well-designed football play, should have hit. Guard's just not vertical enough through that nose, or the center is just not getting wide enough to capture that shade technique. On to the next play. 0-52 right here, the very next shot, we got to look at it, okay? This is very, very interesting to me. You'll see them. Look at Warren McClendon pointing out. Look, we're going down, okay? He's pointing out. Boom. You see him over here? He's pointing out, hey, we're full man lucky slide. We're going down. Stetson acknowledges it, which means they're hot off these two guys off the edge. A lot going on right here. I know. Stay with me. Okay, so what happens here is when Warren works down, he gives up his wide side, okay? He gives up his short side. This 4-eye works out as he works down, and then Warren McClendon gives up that right shoulder and gets turned upfield almost immediately. This is not an advantageous position to be put in as an offensive tackle. There you see him calling it out again. They are going full left man slide because they're anticipating pressure from the front, okay? So they got it. Hey, this is a great call from all involved, okay? They called the right pressure. They sent the right guys. Warren McClendon just gets beat, okay? He's about to give it up right here. Whoop, just over that right shoulder. 135 coming back to the run after, coming back to the run after you pick up a first down, okay? Now this is the next possession, excuse me. Next possession, okay? Coming right back to the inside zone that you ran a little bit earlier. And it hits, boom, breaks, and here comes the fumble, okay? Hey, did you switch ulterior motives? No, this is just the third of 9 total runs in the first half, okay? With 11 and a half minutes left in the first quarter. You really didn't give a lot of opportunities for things to work. Inside zone was hitting when it was blocked correctly. It just hit. It just gave up a fumble on it. That's unfortunate, right? But the play worked. I think I'm trying to go back and show you right here on the recording. I don't know what the heck I was doing. Having an aneurysm, it looks like. Okay? Let's go to 214. Coming back, the very next possession. Coming right back to the inside zone. What happens here? Okay? Well, you get stuffed again. Let's try to figure out why. Why are we getting stuffed? Well, I'll tell you. There is no movement on the front side of this play. Okay? These guys over here, from the center over, y'all indicate whether or not this back is keeping this front side or whether or not he's got to bounce all the way back out. The only problem is by the time he is willing to bounce out or has to block or bounce out, he spins, and this backside defensive end who's unaccounted for is obviously right there to hang out. There's nobody to block for him. If you get stuffed front side, everything has to bounce. Look at the line of scrimmage. Warren McClendon just got swam moved. That's his butt right there. He's falling on the ground. So the front side defensive end standing right in the hole. So what's Dejon Edwards got to do? He's got to stick his foot in the ground. Well, our backside tackle's not really getting movement on this backside scoop, right? This backside scoop's happening at -1. So now we really got to spin and get the hell out of here. Oh, wait, by the way, we didn't account for the backside end because we're trying to hold him with the read, okay? So we're not going to block him. But the reads now become where our running back's going. So we're taking our running back right to a free defender, okay? All messed up. All messed up. That was a case where frontside tackle's getting beat, backside tackle's getting beat, crappy play from the get, right? Crappy play from the get. There you see McClendon doing the okie doke, doing the okie doke. I guess that's the advantageous thing about running things like counter and pin and pull. You don't really have to have everybody win. You can have some guys get beat, some guys not do 100% of their job and still get +4. When you're running inside zone schemes, when you're running split zone schemes, when you're running downhill, okay, when you're doing those things, it only takes one combination block to get beat. It really only takes one combination block to get beat, like this one right here, okay? This is on the center. SVP doesn't get up to the mic right here, okay? This play's going to hit, guys. That play is going to hit. Let me slow it down. I know, because I don't think we get the tight on this, okay? This combination block through this nose tackle, okay, is supposed to get up to this guy. Cedric Van Pran gets up clean, okay? He just doesn't hit him on the midline of this linebacker's body. He's playing on the inside. The guy slips the block and makes the tackle. One guy. If one guy picks up a block right here, it's a breaker, okay? That's the reality of offense sometimes. Everybody doing your 111th, right? Coaches say all that stuff all the time. First of all, heck of a get off, okay? But he's delivering this really, really well. It's a great job of delivering that defensive tackle back to his guard. Tate's going to do a really good job of sealing that off. Cedric, we've got a free release on the mic. We've got to get there. We're going out here. These guys do a great job of getting their guys blocked, okay? It's all on 63. 63, if you can get up to 8 right here, we can get a play. 63, if you can get up to 8 right here, we can get a play. I mean, everybody's blocked. It's there, okay? Cedric just misses his, okay? Just like Warren missed his the play before. These are NFL Sunday football players that are getting beat to start this football game. Not normal, okay? Not normal. So now what happens? Now you're in 3rd and 7, okay, after you've already punted on your opening drive and you've had a fumble on your next drive. Now here we are, 3rd and 7. We're going to dial up a shot on a dig to get Lab McConkey wide open out of this trips bunch, and he's going to have a great opportunity to catch and run after, because he's going to be wide open. Stetson's going to hang in there and deliver a catchable ball. You guys know what happens. 84 know what happens, okay? Drop. Bring that punt unit back on. Going to 355. I'm telling you right now, if y'all couldn't, basically if you were an NFL offense, okay, if you were an NFL offense, this would be your offense. You would stay under center. You would not RPO at all because you can't, because the illegal man downfield is much, much more highly guarded in the NFL. Okay, you can't have guys 3.5 yards downfield. It's actually 2.5. It's like the heels of the defensive lineman. So those RPOs are like now, ball out now. So not like a long mesh read stuff, right? So what I'm telling you by that is if this were what you had to be, right, you could. This could be your offense because Monken can do it, okay? You would be heavy ISO, right, get in I formation and go heavy nakeds all day long. And that would be your quote-unquote RPO, okay? That would be your play action base offense because it kind of is right now, okay? It kind of is right now. Y'all haven't shown this eye look all game. Now suddenly you get in it and you run naked out of it. Boom, hit the Dover right there to Darnell. Like I said, I think that would be your offense if this were an NFL team, okay? RPOs weren't allowed. That's what it would be. Let's go to 539 right quick. Got a little teaching lesson here. Run it back just one. Whoa. Okay, yeah, you're pointing out the wrong guy. Let me take one look at this. I remember looking at this on the when I was taking my notes. I didn't quite write it down or remember it quite correctly. All right, let's go to the wide. That's why. Need the wide right quick. All right, so this is 3rd and 3, okay? I'm telling you right now, we're going to get it from the wide. There's no one accounting for him. Nobody. He is what we call a space defender. He is a free defender. He's nobody's. The offensive line is not going to block him. We are accounting for these 6, so we're going to try. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know before this play gets to the tight, because he's the one, as you see from the wide, that's going to make this play. He's going to run right down at the line of scrimmage and boom, make that tackle. He's not accounted for. The problem, okay, is on this combination block, I believe, again, on the front side. No movement. No movement on the 3-tech, okay? That 3-tech's got to go back into the mic. Obviously, Tate Ratledge is getting beat across his face. We know that, okay? But if we don't get movement here, the play's dead. Now, yes, Tate, if you could seal him off, the play can still be dead and we can hit it for a cut, okay? But if you do not get movement here, and if you are getting beat across your face, the play is dead. I don't care if you're running counter, zone, whatever. If the front side blocks, okay, even if this were counter, right? Even if he were down blocking back to this front side inside linebacker or this backside inside linebacker, you still got to get movement on the down man. And if you're not getting movement on the down man, you are getting your butt whooped and we lose. And we lose. That's exactly what happens right there. 73 is getting stuffed. We got nobody for the free defender outside. Boom. Tackle for a 2-yard gain. .557. Hey, you got to give the opponent credit. We're about to do 3 or 4 plays here where we're going to be giving Missouri some credit. How many times have you seen this joker hit? Okay. James Cook, Kentucky, 2020. Zamir White or Kenny McIntosh, Tennessee, 2021. Kendall Milton hit it a couple weeks back against whoever they were playing first week of the season. You get it? This hits every single time. Every single time. Credit this guy right here for being on this like a pig on shit, man. Come on. Everybody knows Missouri is a 2-3 football team now. Everyone knows that, but they still got guys out there, right? They still got dudes that study their damn tape. That's great work, 8. Is that, we're not running our offense. We're not doing the thing. Bro, y'all run. We're showing you plays that they run every single week. Now, we're not showing you the stuff that they win with a lot every week, like now screens and, jet sweeps and getting Darnell out in space. That stuff's going to come in the second half. Trust me. Trust me on that one. We're going to skip this play. We're going to 6:26. Okay? Hey, and then they try to run pin and pull, right? So they get asked after the game. Kirby gets this. We're still in the first half here. Kirby gets asked after the game. Cole Kubalik, love him. Think he is great. He is what I want to be, right? Cole's watching it from the game, so he can't, from the sideline. So it's a little different. Me, I got all the other stuff. They weren't, they ran a lot of inside zone in the first half, didn't run counter until the second half. But like I told you, they only ran 9 plays. This is a quote-unquote gap scheme play. You're down, you're around. And guess what? If this guy has his head on the swivel, 8 gets picked up, and this sucker might be going to the door. Okay? It might be going to the door. Look at that. 59. Head up, man. All we're doing is a little pin and pull on you. We're blocking down and around. You know that's your guy. Why are you so wide? You do not have to be that wide. Okay? Be tighter. Be tighter, 59. That's a touchdown. Be tighter, 59. These are the things, I swear to you, these are the things right here, this block. These are the things that they have picked up by week 12 because they're a really, really well-coached football team. They're a great coached football team or a spectacularly coached football team because they pick this stuff up and start finding the extra man, getting hats on the right guy by midway through the third quarter. And then they're rolling, right? That's what good football teams do. That's what well-coached football teams do. They adjust on the fly, they get better on the fly, and they correct mistakes on the fly. But that sucker was going to hit. That sucker was going to hit. Let's go to 6:45. Stead throws a missile here on 3rd and 12 on a dig from Marcus Osimi-Jack Saint to get you out of it. Look at this ball. Pooh! That's a missile. But here's the kind of stretch, man. Here's the stretch of these plays that don't really make sense. They try to go no huddle right here. First big play they've gotten on a conversion on 3rd and 12. First 3rd and down, they've converted all game. So even before the ESPN team can get the replay going, they're snapping the ball. Okay, but this is the play where the ball slips out of Stetson's hands inexplicably, right? These are the things that he's really, really got to avoid moving forward. And I'm not breaking news here to tell you this. This has been the MO on him. He has terrible, terrible stretches of play. Okay, not bad games, not bad 3 stretches of games. He has bad 12 minutes. And this is the start of that real bad 12 minutes before he gets himself out of it midway through the third quarter. Okay, 2 plays later after this inexplicable, kind of whoopsie daisy, how'd the ball slip out of your hand? We have this fumble, right? And this is just a goofy play. This is just a why, right? It's just a blatant mistake. This is not something you can coach out of a kid. This is just a mistake. Mistakes happen, right? Great ones don't make them. He wasn't great in the first half Saturday night. And like I told the Discord, he would be the first one to tell you. So if you're sitting with us at home right now and you're counting, okay, you're counting possessions and you're talking to yourself. Let's recap here, okay? At this point, you've had now 2 fumbles, okay? Ladd dropped the ball on 3rd down to force another 3 and out, okay? And you've mixed in a handful of punts because you could not run the ball successfully on 1st down because you're just missing a guy, right? You're just missing one guy, just missing another guy. That is the definition, as there's 10 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half and you're giving the ball back to Missouri, of a slow start on the road. That's like the number one thing you can't do in the SEC on the road. I know it's Columbia, Missouri. I know it's not Death Valley, but it's still not, whatever ACC Boston College atmosphere it is, right? It's still hostile. And you were giving that team momentum every time you put it on the turf. So to even climb out of it required excellent execution because, again, you gave them a 30-foot rope and then tried to pull them back in. And luckily, you had just enough time to get them back in. Let's keep going. Okay, let's keep going. YouTube, I think I'm going to be a little generous to you today. Okay? Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay, just a little bit, not a lot. We don't need to watch the fumble 900 times. Okay, but we do need to notice this right here. Okay, zero movement on the front side again. Nothing over here. Guys getting absolutely stuffed. So if you're a running back, I don't really know what you're supposed to do. Okay, I actually think they're running Uno back to the tight end here, which is something they do quite often. Get rid of the fumble. Okay, they're actually running Uno right here, which is where they run back into the tight. Okay, and he's getting stuffed. Right guard's getting stuffed. Quit showing me the fumble. Here we go. Right tackle getting stuffed on the combination block. Okay, guys, that's Missouri beating your ass. That is Missouri just freaking, right? That's Missouri being ready to play football. Okay, and by the way, with 8 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter, this is your last rushing attempt in the first half. You do not run the football again until the very first time you get the ball, very first play you get the ball in the second half. Okay. 9 rushing attempts to, again, I think the split was 9-26. 9-26 in the first half. Did they run it well? No. But they didn't give themselves a whole lot of opportunities either. Okay. Didn't give themselves a whole lot of opportunities. I think this is the inexplicable bad miss on 2nd and 9 right here to Kenny. He had 1 or 3 of these, basically all in a row. Remember, I told you, bad stretches of play. That is an inexplicable miss. We cannot explain that one. If you ask Stetson what happened after the game, he cannot explain that one. I just missed. He has 3 of these in basically like the next 5 minutes of game time, right after 2 just spaghetti-o mistakes, right? My suggestion, if I were you as a Dog fan, is the moment you start seeing these things unraveling, you just bite a mouthpiece, okay? Hold on, okay? Bite a mouthpiece and hold on and just hope it don't get too bad, okay? Because it didn't get too bad. You were just stagnant. You didn't turn it over too much after the first 2 fumbles, right? Heck yeah, Don Blaylock. I love this about this route, okay? Watch this at the top, okay? All he's doing is running a comeback, right? But the next level portion of this comeback is he attacks and then opens up wide like he's about to run a slot fade, right? Like a Bubba fade, okay? And then he hooks back. Watch this. This is the development of a route runner that takes 3 or 4 years in college football, okay? That takes 3 or 4 years in college football. Watch him open up, boom, and then sit down, come back to the ball, okay? Is that why that ball was thrown up and in? Maybe. But I'm going to tell you what, it's also why he created enough separation to go catch that ball, right? That foot and a half, that's the difference. That's the difference. And tough ass hands. Great catch. All right, so again, man, like, look, hey, they were prepared for your butt. So when you run out and up out of Tripp's bunch, okay, in the Sugar Bowl, when you do this one, right? When you do this one in the Sugar Bowl and you hit Brock Bowers right here, wide open, even though Stetson Bennett took a shot, okay, when you hit these things, all right, well, other teams start to pay attention too. I believe it's him. I mean, this dude is on Brock Bowers like glue. Look at this. He's there all day. Even when you first see him in the picture, the whole time. I mean, he is locked on. He's got him. He ain't tricked. He ain't tricked by the out and up, nothing. He's there. 19's just better. 19's just a better football player, right? Sometimes, I mean, I'm Mr. Anti-coach speak as we can possibly be. I want you to tell me the truth. But when your head coach talks about sometimes it's about winning one-on-ones, he is not bullshitting you there. Okay, that ain't, we didn't win our one-on-ones today. That's not coach speak. That is real talk. Okay, that is real talk. All right, I think I'm going to toss you guys out now. Oh, yeah, 25 minutes. We'll see you later. We got major mistakes coming up that Patreon's going to get, okay? Major mistakes. I'm talking critical WTFs in the red zone that don't need to be happening. That's, to me, everyone, like, they were stagnant in the first half. We showed you most of that. The second half, they start moving the football like they have all year in terms of in between the 20s, they've been highly efficient apart from this first half the whole entire year. Even when the ball started moving on Saturday night, they still stalled out several times in the red zone. We'll tell you why over on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. One more shouts to the Gramco on the way out.